This is a vlog of my recent trip to South Korea from India. I had been looking forward to this trip for some time. For some context, I had been on an airplane before, but for my mom, this was her first time on an airplane. Neither me nor my mom had left India prior to this, so this was all a new experience for both of us. This was our first time abroad. I don't know if you can tell, but we were pretty excited. We were going to see my brother and his missus who live in Korea.
Passengers and Star Alliance Gold passengers to board at A20.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. As the safety equipment on this aircraft may differ from that on other aircraft, please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey through Singapore. During takeoff and landing, ensure that your tray table is stowed away. Put the back of your seat upright and keep your shoes on. Before we take off, stow your luggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Make sure that your seat belt is securely fastened during taxi, takeoff, and landing. To fasten, bring the two ends of the seat belt together until you hear a click. Tighten it by pulling on the strap. To unfasten, lift the metal flap. We recommend keeping your seat belt fastened throughout the flight. Whenever the seat belt sign is turned on, infants should be lifted from the bassinet and secured with an infant seat belt.
We reached Incheon Airport sometime in the evening. My brother and his wife were there to welcome us to Korea.
Welcome to Korea.
We were starving, so we started with a Korean rice dish, after which it was the 1-hour drive from Incheon to Seoul. It just so happened that we planned the trip to coincide with my birthday. So I reached Korea on my birthday. What a way to start my new one-year trip around the sun.
하이파스 갈 수 있지. 근데 우리 돈 줘야지. 하이파스는 우리 개인적으로 하니까. 근데 그 자동으로
근데 되지 않나?
모르겠다. 어떻게 할 거지?
그냥 가. 되면 잘 지어서.
통행료 4,800원이 정상 처리되었습니다.
After an hour, we were home and there was a birthday cake waiting. After some much-needed rest, we drove to Seoul Botanical Garden. Got to love summer days when the sun sets really late.
Go on, let's go.
I might not get all the Korean pronunciations right, so I apologize beforehand. 1,000 years ago, the location of the Blue House was the site of a royal palace. Later, during the Joseon dynasty, the site became part of the grounds for an enlarged royal palace, Gyeongbokgung. Bugak Mountain provided a natural defense against attack. During Japan's annexation of Korea, the Japanese Governor-General built his official residence on the site, which was eventually called Gyeongmudae. When the South Korean Republic was established in 1948, the first president Ri Syngman moved with his wife to Gyeongmudae. Because of the 150,000 blue tiles covering its gabled roof, it was officially named Cheongwadae, or Blue House, in 1960 after President Yoon Bo-seon was inaugurated. While past presidents have traditionally stayed in this compound, newly elected Yoon Suk-yeol chose to relocate the presidential office to a defense ministry complex in Seoul's Yongsan district, claiming that the Blue House is too secluded and thus out of touch with voters. Once the president moved out, the Blue House was relaunched as a relaxing retreat for the public, who can book admission tickets online. Occasionally, the Blue House now hosts cultural events as well. I'll add a link below which will give you info on how to book tickets to visit the Blue House.
She was a woman, yeah. She was impeached.
Since it's been open to the public, it's been made into a museum of the lives of presidents while they used this space. The architecture is breathtaking, the paintings are remarkable, and the colors so vivid. It's always cool to see cultural sites because you can feel all of the history in a place when you walk around. It feels even more surreal thinking of all the Korean kings and queens who walked on this hallowed ground, Korean presidents who ruled the country living here, the foreign dignitaries who were welcomed here and walked around this very building. It all feels overwhelming when you realize the enormity of this building, not just in size, but in magnitude of the powers that lived here. So if you do get a chance to visit Korea, make sure you visit this place.
뉴스에서 많이 봤어.
아, 그런 거?
응, 여기.
가자.